The world's first autonomous AI ransomware attack just happened. It is called JADEPUFFER. A human started it. Then AI ran the entire attack, autonomously. Selected the targets. Found the vulnerabilities. Deployed the ransomware. Without a human at each step. Sysdig's threat research team documented the whole thing. Here is what it means for every business that exists online. Every previous ransomware attack required skilled human operators at each stage. Reconnaissance, a human mapped the target. Exploitation, a human ran the exploit code. Lateral movement, a human navigated the network. Ransomware deployment, a human pushed the payload. JADEPUFFER removed all of those humans from the execution chain. One human set the objective. AI did the rest. TechCrunch's headline made one critical distinction: the first AI-run ransomware attack still needed a human. That qualifier matters. We will explain why, and why it changes the story in an important way. Here is the step-by-step breakdown. Step 1, a human threat actor initiated the campaign. They set the objective. Target this category of cloud infrastructure. Extract payment via ransomware. That is all the human did. From that point, JADEPUFFER ran autonomously. Step 2, target selection. The AI scanned for potential targets matching its programmed criteria. No human reviewed a list of targets. No human decided which organizations to attack. The AI selected based on its own vulnerability and opportunity assessment. Step 3, vulnerability identification. The AI identified attack vectors. What systems were exposed? What software had known weaknesses? What cloud configurations were misconfigured? This is exactly the capability that caused Fable 5 to be banned in June: autonomous vulnerability identification. JADEPUFFER deployed it offensively. In the wild. Step 4, breach execution. The AI exploited the identified vulnerabilities. No human wrote the exploit commands. No human reviewed whether the breach had succeeded. The AI handled success and failure, and adapted accordingly. Step 5, ransomware deployment. The AI deployed the payload. Managed the encryption process. Established the payment demand infrastructure. The human received a report of successful attacks. They did not run them. A campaign that previously required a team of skilled operators was run by AI with one human oversight point. That is the first documented case of this happening in the world. Why this changes the threat landscape permanently. Traditional ransomware group structure, 10 to 50 skilled operators. Each managing a handful of simultaneous campaigns. High skill requirement. Slow to build. Constrained by talent supply. Training a capable human attacker takes years. Skilled operators are rare, expensive, and limited. This limits attack volume. This limits target selection. Only high-value targets are economically worth pursuing. JADEPUFFER changes that calculation completely. One skilled human. One AI system. Thousands of simultaneous attack campaigns. No skill requirement per campaign. The AI handles the expertise. The human handles the strategy. And the cost per attack collapses. Traditional ransomware, high cost per target. AI ransomware, near zero cost per target. Any target is now economically viable. Small businesses. Healthcare clinics. Local governments. Schools. Every entity with cloud infrastructure is now within economic attack range. The detection challenge this creates is equally serious. Security teams are trained to find human attack patterns. Human attackers have rhythms, work hours, tool preferences, communication delays. AI attackers have none of those. They attack at optimal moments. They do not sleep. They do not pause. They adapt faster than human defenders can respond. Why the government was right to worry, even if they were not fully right about the fix. On June 12 the US government banned Fable 5 and Mythos 5 for all users globally. The stated reason, a jailbreak caused. The model to identify software vulnerabilities autonomously. The government called it a national security threat. Anthropic disagreed, argued the vulnerabilities found were minor and other models could do the same. The dispute felt like regulatory overreach at the time. JADEPUFFER changes the context completely. Sysdig's timeline suggests JADEPUFFER was active before or during the Fable 5 ban period. The government was not being theoretical about autonomous vulnerability discovery. It was a threat that existed in the wild, deployed in real attacks. The concern was vindicated by a documented, named attack campaign. Fable 5 is back online now with new classifiers specifically targeting autonomous vulnerability discovery chains. JADEPUFFER is exactly why those classifiers were built. Whether you agreed with the ban or not, the threat it was responding to was real. Practical guidance, in order of urgency. First, rebuild your response time assumptions. Human ransomware groups operate at human speed. Defenders had time to detect, alert, and respond. AI ransomware operates at machine speed. The window between initial breach and ransomware deployment has collapsed. Your incident response plans assumed hours. Assume minutes now. Not hours. Minutes. Second, AI-assisted defense is mandatory, not optional. You cannot fight AI automated attacks with human-only defense. Security information and event management systems must have AI anomaly detection. Automated response tools, not just alerts. An alert that wakes a human at 2 a.m. is too slow. The attack has moved on before the human reads the notification. Third, audit your cloud misconfigurations this week. JADEPUFFER targeted cloud infrastructure. Cloud misconfigurations are the most common vulnerability class in enterprise environments. Misconfigured S3 bucket. Exposed API endpoint. Overprivileged service account. These are the entry points AI attackers find first. Audit this week. Not next quarter. This week. Fourth, implement zero trust architecture. Assume breach. Verify everything. The perimeter is gone. AI attackers do not break through the wall. They find the unlocked window. Every system should verify every request regardless of where it originates. Identity-based access. Least privilege. Continuous verification. This is no longer best practice, it is survival practice. What JADEPUFFER tells us about where this goes next. JADEPUFFER still needed a human to start it. That is the current state, AI executor, human initiator. The trajectory from here is toward full autonomy. AI systems that select their own targets. Set their own objectives. Adapt their own strategies. That is not science fiction anymore. It is the next stage after JADEPUFFER. The AI safety community has warned about autonomous AI threat actors for years. This is the first documented real-world instance. It will not be the last. The regulatory response is accelerating. Illinois signed landmark AI regulation this week. California and New York have already acted. JADEPUFFER gives every regulator the documented evidence they needed. The voluntary era of AI security compliance is ending. Mandatory standards are coming. Plan for them now. In June the government banned an AI model because it could identify vulnerabilities autonomously. In July we learned an AI system was already running ransomware attacks autonomously. The two events are not unrelated. The government saw what JADEPUFFER represents before most people knew JADEPUFFER existed. Whether you agreed with the Fable 5 ban or not, the threat it was trying to contain has now been documented in the wild. This is what the AI era looks like when the capabilities go in the wrong direction. We built AI to identify patterns and act on them. JADEPUFFER is that capability, pointed at the wrong target. Subscribe, I will cover every major AI cybersecurity development as it happens. Comment, does JADEPUFFER change how you think about your security posture? And do you think the government was right to ban Fable 5 after seeing